Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the Communist Frog, or Sam here, and today I have kind of an interesting video. Actually, I hope it's more than interesting, but anyways, let's get on with it. So, this weekend, I'm in Chicago. Well, not exactly in Chicago, it's like in some suburb or something, but anyways, I'm at this thing, like the swim clinic. It's pretty much where there's like a big room with a bunch of different booths, and there's tons of like new swimming products and all that sort of stuff. And then there's a bunch of conference rooms where you get to go to like presentations by famous swim coaches like from around the country and meet some famous athletes like some Olympians and stuff. So, anyways, I was just going to describe kind of like what happened at it today. Anyways, so the first thing we did, we kind of like went to the hotel pool, which isn't very much because it's like just a regular old hotel pool. It's not even 25 yards, which is, if you don't know, the normal length of a regular swimming pool. And we went there and we got split into three groups on age, like depending on age. So, anyways, there's like a group where we did a bunch of like core exercises and planks and that sort of stuff. Anyways, then the other group was plyometrics, which is like jumping jacks, push-ups, all sorts of stuff like that. And that was actually pretty tough. It was tiring, especially since I haven't done any sort of like swim work in a while because I've been doing tennis and just haven't had time for it. Because even though it's kind of off topic, my tennis schedule is ridiculous. There's like a meet every single day some weeks. So, yeah. Anyways, it's been cool though because I missed a lot of school. But anyways, so back to the swimming. Pretty much, we're split into three groups, and there's the dry land, which is like the plyometrics and the exercises, and then there was the other, like the third group, which was actually in the pool, and in that group you got split into four different groups, and you got to do a bunch of like interesting like drills swimming across the pool, which is only I think 17 yards, something like that. It was really short, but anyways, so that was kind of fun, but the best part of it was after that because we had a 45-minute break where you could go and like shower and like change clothes out of your swimsuit, and then you went to a bunch of like I guess presentations by the famous coaches and athletes that I mentioned earlier, and you just like learned what to do at practice, how to eat correctly, how to prepare yourself for meets, and then just some like Q&A. So the second thing we did was we got to talk to this person named Chelsea. I don't remember her last name. I think it might be Nada or something like that. But she's this really famous distance swimmer who went to Georgia. And we talked to her and her coach. They just answered some questions, talked about how like what the program does at Georgia and that sort of stuff. And it was really interesting. I learned a lot. But then we had a lunch break, and after that, we talked to this lady. I don't remember her first name, but her last name was Burning. And she just gave us a bunch of tips on how to eat. And I learned some really interesting stuff from her because she pretty much had two main points. One, like the more main point, I guess, is that instead of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or like I do, and I'm pretty sure most high school students do, you eat like kind of a small breakfast, small lunch, and then you eat a really big dinner after school and after practice and stuff. Anyways, she said that's like the worst possible thing you can do, and what you really should do is you should have like half of your breakfast and then like wait like an hour and then have another half, like the other half of your breakfast, and then do that for both lunch and dinner also. So you want to spread your like meals out over the entire day. So you're going to eat the same amount, but you're going to spread the meals out like more evenly. So you're getting constant like food intake and pretty much energy. So I guess that's like, in my opinion, not very like it's a really good idea, and I can see how it works. But the problem is that's almost impossible to do for like most students because pretty much you wake up in the morning like maybe 45 minutes before school. This is mostly for high school. I don't really know too much about college because I'm only in high school. But anyways, in college it'll be a lot easier because you don't have a set schedule every single day. You can like you have different classes. But anyways, So for high school, you can eat breakfast, but you can't really eat during the day as much because you're not, well, as in my high school anyways, you can't just bring a snack to class and just eat it while you're learning. I guess we do have like a snack hour where we're allowed to bring snacks, but it's right before lunch, so it's kind of pointless. But so that makes it almost impossible to do what she's like told us. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. And then her other main like point was that when in doubt, drink Gatorade, and this is mostly for athletes. But pretty much, solid food takes normally like protein takes 2 to 4 hours, and then carbohydrates is like 1 to 2 hours, I think, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure about that, but pretty much if you're an athlete, before your event, unless you're like 2 hours away, you're gonna just want to drink Gatorade because you can like process, I guess your body processes that really quickly. So it's just really helpful for athletes because it gives you fast energy. And then also, she mentioned that sleep is really important because when you sleep, your body, if like this might be really obvious, but when you sleep, your body replenishes its cells. So your heart cells, when they die, when you sleep, it replenishes those. But the most important thing it does is it replenishes your like nerve cells and like the connectors and stuff. So if you don't sleep very much, then your nerve cells like get slower and slower, like their response to what your body's telling them to do. So that's terrible for an athlete, or even just like for school when you want to take tests and stuff, because you can't think as fast, and when you're an athlete, you're just not as fluid as you normally are when you're like fully rested. So that's a really important factor for pretty much everybody. And I'm hoping you guys all know this, but for middle school and elementary school, you're gonna want to get like 9 to 10 hours of sleep, and then high school, you're gonna probably, I think it's like 9 to 8, and then when you're like, I guess college and older, you're gonna want to get 7 to 8, like on the high side though, so pretty much just 8. But if you get that, your body can fully replenish all of its cells and process food. So that's a really like one of the most important things like you can possibly do for your health. And then finally the third, I think, yeah, no, actually it's the fourth. The fourth like presentation we went to was this guy. I don't exactly remember his name. I think his name was Tyler. I don't remember his last time. Anyways, and the Chelsea person, they did a question and answer, and that was really interesting because, oh yeah, I think it was Tyler Carey or something like that, but he went to the Olympics in 2012, and he beat Ryan Lochte in the 200 backstroke, so that was really interesting to hear about, and just his experiences at the Olympics. So yeah, it was really interesting. I'll probably make another video for tomorrow because I must have some more presentations. And yeah, so if you like this sort of thing, comment, leave a like, and even subscribe. So thank you all for watching, and stay classy.